Well, you are in 10th grade history class. Welcome. It's good to see you guys again. Last class we were talking about the conflicts that were rising between England and the colonies. We started talking about how King George was imposing a lot of taxes on them, and the colonists really weren't getting a say in stuff. And we kind of left off there, and we left off on a concept of taxation without representation. Does anybody have a clue what that means? Awesome, because we're going to learn about it today. So, taxation without representation. We're going to focus just on this concept today. We're not really going to go full into the Revolutionary War, but I just want to dissect this to make sure you guys understand this concept. So, let's get started. I want you guys to watch this video and try to identify the main ideas and see if you hear anything that we're going to talk about.
Hey, that's colonists, King George. You give me money and debt for the war. Hey, there, colonists, my name is King George. You give me money, pay the debt for the war.
That preludes taxation.
Taxation without representation.
Listen to that. There it is.
Don't take my money.
It's the colonists.
I don't have a say. No taxation without representation. Don't take my money if I don't have a say.
Alright. So, right, it was a fire song. It's great. It's awesome. So, what did you guys see in that video? There was like a couple big concepts that you guys saw in it. Can anybody name one?
King George was taxing them for the French and Indian War.
Awesome. Anybody else?
They were taking their money
And?
didn't have a say.
Boom. That's basically the concept of taxation without representation. But I want you guys to understand the words and the concept a little more. So we're going to dive in and just break apart the concept word by word. So, taxation, in its simplest form, does anybody know what it means? Right. It's the money that citizens pay to their government, and in return we get goods and services. So, whether you know it or not, you're paying taxes to the government, and in return we get services. Do you guys know how we pay these taxes? Probably don't even realize it, but you pay them on a lot of stuff. You pay them on food, you pay them on clothing, you pay them on medicine and property, state and federal taxes, and insurance. So, you pay taxes on these things, but in return we get goods and services. Goods and services like policemen, firefighters, trash and snow removal, and schools. That's right, we're all going to be paid by taxes, which is awesome. So, taxation, more or less, is where you're giving money, and in return you get services. In reference to the colonies, they were giving money, but they really weren't seeing any of the benefits. So, just keep that in mind as we keep going. All right, representation. Anybody have a gist of what representation is? Good. I like this. I can teach you guys so much. Alright, representation is more or less where you get to elect somebody to voice your opinion and vote on stuff in your best interest in the government process. So, your voice gets heard. And your voice gets heard in a number of ways. Your voice can be heard through elections, local and town meetings. School boards are a way for you to voice your opinion. Representation in the government more or less just means that you get to have a say in the government. And it's pretty awesome. So, we're going to talk about two types of taxation right now. We're going to talk about it with representation, and we're going to talk about it without representation. So real quick, can we review what taxation is? Abby, what is it?
You pay money to the government for goods and services.
She did know. She did know. What's representation? Anybody?
Someone acting on your best interest.
Exactly. So, I think we know what with and without means. So basically, you're getting taxed with somebody representing you and without somebody representing you. So, taxation with representation. This is where you get a say. You get to have a say in the government. You get to have a say in how it works. You get to voice your opinion. You get to vote people into office and have a voice in there. This type of government resembles a democracy and stuff. So, it's kind of the current system we have in the United States right now, where you vote on people who vote in your best interest. Taxation without representation. This is where you don't get to have a say in the government. You don't get to voice your opinion. You basically get told what to do, and you get taxed. Well, you can end up with getting taxed on it. Basically, it'd be like somebody coming in here right now, and let's say we pay $1 for a candy bar. It'd be like a person walking in here right now and basically saying, guys, I need some money. We're going to raise taxes by 25%. Cool? All right, I'll see you later. And they walk out. Now you have to pay $1.25 on that candy bar. You didn't get a say. You didn't get to vote on people who voted on that. Somebody just told you what to do. That's kind of like a monarchy, where somebody just keeps telling you what to do. With the king, where they tell you what to do and you really don't get a say. So, real quick, just to draw a little parallel to the revolution, which we've been talking about, this is basically one of the major reasons why this war started. You had colonists getting taxed out the wazoo without getting a say in the government. Parliament and the king were passing taxes. Like we saw in the video, they had to pay the debt for the war. They had to pay for troops standing in the colonies. And basically what happened was they got fed up with it. And more or less, it was a fight between a democracy and a monarchy. All right? So real quick, let's just review what we learned. What's taxation?
You pay for goods and services.
All right. And what is representation? Anybody? All right, representation is where somebody represents you in the government. All right. Can anybody name some benefits we get from taxes? Police? Right. You don't pay taxes, you're not getting protected.
Schools.
Schools? All right. Anybody remember how our voices are heard in the government? All right, there you go. All right. What kind of a government does taxation with representation resemble? And without? All right, awesome, guys. All right, we're going to split up into 2 teams right now, and we're going to play a game. It's going to be a trivia tic-tac-toe game. Hold on. So I think it's just easy if we do this side versus this side. Is that cool?
Yep.
All right, so kind of get together, warm up, squat up. All right, and this is how this game's going to work. One person from each team is going to get to come up and put a letter, either an X or an L, if you get the question right. So I'll ask a question. If your team gets it right, only one person can answer, and that's the person that goes up and puts it there. So the whole team isn't really playing; it's just you putting it up there. All right. So 1 or 2.
1.
All right, it's 2. You guys get to go first. All right. All right. What are taxes? Go put either. What do you guys want to be? X's or O's? Yeah. All right. All right. While she's doing that, team 1. Who in the country pays taxes? Ooh, bold move, going in the middle.
Citizens.
Final answer?
Yes.
Citizen. Yes? Or
Citizens.
yes?
You pointed at me while you said it.
All right. While she's doing that, who do you pay taxes to? You guys. You go. All right. They're gonna get a little harder as we go on, guys. Just let me know. This is like. What do you use? No, you can't talk to her. She's got to do it herself. Yeah, this is where this game gets pretty interesting.
That's not representation.
I wasn't getting it. I didn't mean to do that, but here it goes. All right. Name 2 services we get in return for taxes.
Education, police.
Nice.
Nice. Good job. All right.
You messed this up.
Don't worry. Hey, we're a supportive team. Oh, I guess we're doing smiley.
No, that's good. That's a good job. All right. What system resembles a democracy?
Taxation.
Let's go. Put a letter up there. All right. group of people was angered by taxation without representation?
The colonists.
Yes.
Oh,
Person this night from America gets stowed.
that's
All right.
right.
All right. I think anybody can make it. We're gonna finish it out.
I feel like
All right. The United States currently has taxation blank representation. Get on up there. Are we at a stalemate?
Yep. Basically.
Unless somebody really doesn't know how to basic tax. All right. Thank you. Where's your voice heard?
Through representatives? Yes. Yes. Like, wait, the physical location?
Where can you go so your voice is heard? That's a better way to ask it. I'm sorry.
Oh, town halls and
Mhm.
school board meetings.
Right. Yeah. Go for it.
It's your turn. I've
Oh,
already.
it's my turn?
yeah, go for it.
Go for it. All right, and the last question. Maybe get hard. You got to think back to the video for this one. We didn't really go over it, but who is taxing?
Third.
Let's go, guys. Good job.
Alright. We were so close. Yes. Good job.
All right. I think we're gonna have a tie. Just my guess. Though. All right. So I hope this game kind of reinforced the ideas we talked about. I'm sure you've heard the definition of taxation about 100 times by now, and you guys understand that this is going to play into the next lesson that we have on the colonists and how they revolted and how this led to a war. But I just really want you guys to understand the idea of taxation without representation and how unfair of a system it really was. And yeah, all right, thanks guys. So if you wouldn't mind, allow your own, take a news.